Hey team, all right, so I got a question this week. Why would healthy eating cause constipation? Now, you might think that this is a really weird question, but this is pretty common, really. So you're not nuts. You're not going crazy. You're not doing anything particularly wrong. Potentially, we'll talk about that. But why does this happen? So this can happen for a couple reasons. So number one, when we typically eat healthier, so to speak, we eat more vegetables, we eat more plants, this probably increases our fiber. And when we increase fiber, if we're not increasing water sufficiently, this can also cause constipation. So when you see those fiber supplements, they often say mix with water. One, because it's a powder, but two, also because we need to increase our water intake when we increase our fiber as well. So, and fiber is one of those kind of magical things that even if you have loose stools or constipation, fiber can help with both. So check out a fiber supplement, or if you want recommendations, feel free to reach out. But other reasons that this could be happening is just changing your bacteria. So we have gut bacteria in our guts, and if we change up our diet for better, for worse, our gut bacteria have a change in their diet as well. So this could be a big change for them. This can cause temporary constipation, but this will likely get better as your bacteria adapts to the foods that you are now introducing and eating. And hopefully, if that's lots of, diverse, a variety of plants, fruits, all of those kinds of things, you'll increase those good bacteria because you're feeding them the good stuff, and you'll decrease those bacteria that are causing you to maybe have sugar cravings or bloating or things like that. So stick with it, maybe chew your food a little bit better. I have a resource for that at the end of this message, but that could be one issue that's causing that. Another thing that you can do is incorporate fermented foods. So these are going to be things like dairy, kombucha, kefir is another one, sauerkraut, I'm missing one, kimchi, if I didn't say that already, but all of those are fermented, so that'll be a good source of good bacteria for your gut that you can introduce, and that can hopefully help change that balance over to a more positive environment down there. Another one is obviously prebiotic fibers. So I said fiber supplement can help. A prebiotic fiber is a fiber that has been clinically shown to increase or feed certain bacteria strains. So it's a little bit specific. Some things are like Jerusalem artichokes is one of those. Honestly, you can find a lot in just the foods that you eat. So make sure that you're getting a lot of variety in the plants that you are eating, because those are going to feed different bugs, and a diverse populations of bacteria in your gut is a really good thing. So adding fiber into the mix, fermented foods, keep eating that healthy diet, those that diverse range of plants, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, all of it. Protein in there obviously as well. Another thing that you can add in before you reach for supplements necessarily as far as probiotics is fermented dairy and Activia yogurt specifically. Activia yogurt has therapeutic grade strains that have been shown to help with constipation. So before you reach for maybe a supplement, Activia could be a good first step. A probiotic can obviously help, but you should have a specific strain. So the ingredients on the back should be fairly specific on the things to help with constipation versus loose stools. Sometimes those can be different. So make sure to check with a health provider first before you buy one. And then another one, super uncommon, it's called bowel training. So it is kind of what you think. You are training your bowels to move at a specific time. So this would be for someone who maybe has some other type of condition or has very chronic constipation. They've always had it. It can be a neurological issue too, as far as like your brain telling your bowels to move. So this one's maybe not super common to talk about, but you can train your bowels. So you basically stick to a schedule, and we can do other things within your kind of morning routine to encourage a bowel movement. Things like drinking a lot of water as soon as you wake up, abdominal massage, water, and then eating. Eating also stimulates. So sometimes if people are into the fasting for a long time, or they always like have a fast till lunchtime, or they always skip breakfast, this could be a good option. So kind of reworking that routine can sometimes help. Exercise is another one, obviously, too. Things that literally get the body moving. And then the next step, if those things don't help, is probably the elimination diet. So you might be consuming something that is causing irritation. And so if we remove a bunch of common inflammatory foods, that can give some relief for constipation as well, and in addition to many other symptoms. Beyond that, stool testing. So get a good glimpse about what is causing that temporary or chronic constipation by testing the bacteria that is in your colon. There's another condition called SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, that can also be one cause of constipation That one would require a breath test. A stool test would not tell you if you have that problem. So those are two things you could potentially ask your doctor or ask for a gastroenterologist referral and look into those things, or working with a nutritionist that can order those tests as well. But those would be the kind of steps that I would lean towards if you're experiencing this. Overall, for most people, this is very temporary, so stick with it. If this happens to you, don't throw all healthy eating out the window. Really, really stick with it and maybe try some of those changes. And another really simple change that you can make is literally how you eat. So decreasing your stress around meals so you can have really good digestion is really important. Chewing your food is the first stage of digestion, so doing that really well is so, so important, and it's free. There's no supplements needed for that. There are supplements that can help with this, obviously, but this one's free. Well, I have a course for this, so that's $1, so maybe I shouldn't say that's free, but Chewing Your Food Better is definitely free. If you want to learn how to do that, you can buy my Mindful Meals course, and that is a whole $1. I made it $1 because I want some buy-in from you. I want you to use this. I want you to put it into action, but this is a ton of value in this course, and it can take you through lots of techniques to improve your digestion just by teaching you kind of how to eat better. If you change nothing else on your plate, this will still help how you eat your food. You're going to build awareness. You're going to focus on portions. You might find that portions get smaller without really even trying, which is kind of cool, or counting any calories or anything like that. You're going to chew your food a lot better. You're going to be more mindful about how your body reacts to food, and then you can make little modifications, or you'll be able to make changes on your own because you'll realize certain foods are maybe not making you feel as good, and then you can kind of make those changes as needed. But it's going to put a lot of more power into your lap, into changing how you feel, changing your digestion. So I highly, highly recommend it. Go check it out on my website. It's for a whole $1 and let me know what you think. If you have any other gut health, nutrition, lifestyle related questions, just feel free to send me a message and I'll cover it in another video.